Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Drew here, back again with another video for all you MLS fans out there. And in this one, we're going to cover some transfers that happened with some MLS teams so far during the winter transfer window. Of course, on this channel, I covered, transfers to the MLS with Edison Flores going to DC United, and of course, Chicharito, the big one, going to LA Galaxy very recently. And I'll leave all those videos down below in the description so you guys can go ahead and check them out after this video, because why not? And while you're there, why not just subscribe and hit that like button down below? So in this video, like I said, we're going to talk about some other, notable transfers that don't deserve their own video, but could be grouped in a video like this. So this is what we're doing. Sit back and relax. Let's get to it. So the first transfer we're going to talk about is Kenneth Vermeer going to LAFC. This is a transfer that's kind of shocked me. It's kind of weird in a way because I didn't think a goalkeeper or a player like Kenneth Vermeer would come to the MLS. Being one of the biggest goalkeepers in the Dutch national team and in the Dutch league, this I think is a really good acquirement for LAFC. Being transferred from Feyenoord in the Dutch league, he has played for Feyenoord and for Ajax as well, where he was very successful with both teams, winning 5 Eredivisie titles, 3 Johan Cruyff Shields, and a pair of KNV Cups as well. So very successful in the Netherlands. He's got 5 caps, 5 national team caps for the Netherlands senior side. Like I said, a really good pickup here for LAFC. Even though he is 34 years old, which is kind of up there in age in terms of players, but you all know for goalkeepers the age is a little bit different when it comes to goalkeepers because goalkeepers can play what seems like forever. So what's really disappointing about this is that with Vermeer coming to LAFC did already have a starting goalkeeper in Tyler Miller, who kind of got the boot now. Now that Vermeer here is in LAFC. So with that acquisition there for LAFC, that means Tyler Miller is out of the door and he has gone to Minnesota United. He was the #1 overall selection in the 2017 expansion draft. He's still only 26 years old, 61 regular starts for LAFC in the regular season, in the course of 2 seasons so far, his contract did expire in 2019, and when Vermeer came in, into LAFC, that meant that Tyler Miller's contract was not going to be renewed, which kind of sucks for him. I think he's one of the best young talents in there right now in MLS, definitely one of the best young goalkeepers in the league, and he deserves more recognition than what Greg Berhalter gives him on the national stage. So, he did start out the last season really good, but then towards the end, he kind of seemed to not be at his peak momentum as he was earlier in the season. But nonetheless, I think Minnesota United won the bargain here. I think with the acquisition of Tyler Miller, he's definitely going to be their starting goalkeeper for the new season coming up. And I hope this gives him the chance and motivation to become one of the best goalkeepers in the league in general. Next up, let's talk about the most recent transfer that just came onto my list. That, of course, being Franko joining FC Dallas from, of course, Liga MX. Another Liga MX star coming to MLS. And that's just better for us, really. It's better that players leave the Liga MX to come to MLS, because that way we get hopefully a little more credibility when it comes to Liga MX fans out there, but that ain't gonna happen. We're too much of a rivalry going on with Liga MX and MLS, so and I kind of like that rivalry. So Franko comes to FC Dallas he's gonna be at 32 years old by the time he joins, which he will be joining not this window but in the next summer transfer window, which will be probably in July. He's gonna be 32 years old by then. Hopefully he's still fit. He is a really good striker, at least he seems to be. I don't really follow Liga MX too closely, but from what I see and from what his stats show, he has 76 goals, 19 assists, and in 158 appearances. So that's just since 2019, since joining Pachuca in Liga MX. So to me, those are pretty outstanding numbers. I think he's a really good striker, and I hope he stays a good striker when he comes to MLS later this year. He is a winner, guys. He does have a pretty nice trophy cabinet with the 2016 Clausura and the 2017 CONCACAF Champions League in his trophy cabinet. So hopefully he's still at peak level when he comes. I think FC Dallas is going to be a threat to be reckoned with if he continues his great run of form in terms of scoring. So good luck to him. So let's go ahead and talk about another goalkeeper joining MLS and yet another Peruvian national team star. That, of course, being Pedro Gallese. Gallese has been the #1 goalkeeper for the Peruvian national team for a couple years now, and for good reason. He's helped Peru make it to the last Copa America final, where they unfortunately lost to Brazil, but at least we made it to the final, you know? And he was a starter goalkeeper in all matches in the 2018 World Cup, where Peru obviously did not do too well, but nonetheless, he was the goalkeeper who started all those games. He's a very experienced goalkeeper, and only at 29 years old, I think is a very, really good age to acquire a goalkeeper who's in good form right now. With 29 years old, not old at all in terms of goalkeeper. If you look at Vermeer, who we talked about earlier, he's 34. Gallese has lots of years to go, I think, and if he stays in Orlando, and if he's, developed right, if he's got a good crew behind him, a good coaching manager, he can be an even better goalkeeper with many, many more years to offer Orlando City. I can see him definitely being the #1 goalkeeper for Orlando, dethroning Brian Rowe for this upcoming season. And I'm very excited because I'm Peruvian and he's Peruvian, so it's good to see more Peruvian stars come here to the MLS and get more recognition, in a national front. So the next one we got to talk about is a big one and probably the most shocking one to me. That, of course, being Julian Gressel going to DC United. He leaves Atlanta United on a really, really great run of form. He's been really successful with Atlanta United. He's been a big part of Atlanta's success over the past 3 years since their debut season. He's scored 15 goals and given 35 assists in only 98 appearances, and he's won 3 trophies with the teams over these past 3 years. This is shocking to me because, with these numbers and the success he brought to Atlanta, I thought maybe he'd be renewed in his contract, but it looks like they didn't want to renew him. They went out instead and bought Brooks Lennon from Real Salt Lake to replace Julian Gressel. And I just think, to me, it may be a little step down. For you diehard Atlanta fans out there who follow the team more than I do, maybe you guys saw this coming. But for me, from an outsider's point of view, I thought this was kind of a shocking move for Atlanta. But I think the winner here is DC United. DC has been making really, really good signings so far. They've signed now Julian Gressel. And of course, in my other video, I talked about them signing Edison Flores, who I think these 2 players are going to be tremendous going forward for DC United in the attacking line, along with other players like Paul Arriola, Luciano Acosta, and at the back having, Bill Hamid. I think DC United is having a really good, successful transfer market, and they're building a really core squad here. It seems to be really coming together. They might not need Wayne Rooney for the next season because they've got players like Gressel, Acosta, and now Edison Flores. So for you DC fans out there, I'm sure you guys are excited to see this new season come upon you guys because you guys have got a good core of players here. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. If there are any transfers I missed that you guys think deserves to be in this video, let me know down below who it was and what team he joined, and we'll have a nice chat about it. As always, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for kicking with me. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. I can't. I fucking.
Because I'm in here?
No. It's because this is a new type of video I'm making. I've never made a video like this before. Because I'm trying to branch out to make different stuff. So I'm getting I'm talking about now. I have a script to read instead of just.
Wait, come here. I'm listening to you. We just have something here.
Yeah. So. I don't like this. Is why I don't like reading scripts. Because when I read it, then I want to say something else, and then I get jumbled in my words. That's off script. Okay. I'll just read the script. I wrote it for a reason, right?